So as you know, today we are going to paint a golden moon. I'm going to use a mini Polaroid, and in fact, you can use any other base you want. Okay, this mini Polaroid, I just cut it from these gouache Polaroids by Zen Sangam. They actually have already a pre-cut A7 Polaroids if you want. So I'll start with adding the tape. I'll be using gouache paints, and you can use any medium you like. Also, you can use your round brushes. You can also use your flat ones, but round are preferable as we need a lot of blending. Today's session is going to be very easy and quick, I'd say, because painting moon is quite simple. So with a compass, I'll just make a round for the moon. Okay, so first you'll need some yellow. You'll have to use the lightest shade of yellow you have, and if you don't have already, you can just take your normal yellow and mix it with some white and create a very light shade of yellow for our base. Yellow with a little bit of white. These were my first set of gouache actually, so it's all mixed up. Okay, so this is the shade I'll be going with. I'll show once. A really soft light shade of yellow. And I'll fill our moon with the shade. Remember to keep the layer very thin. And just a little amount of water would work. So, you don't have to make the consistency really thin. It has to be medium. Also, it's okay if it goes out because eventually we'll have to cover it with the sky, dark blue color anyways. And I'll clean the brush. Now, this one, I used flat brush for the base. Now I'll take a round brush for the blending part. So I'll take some orange. Just a little amount of orange on my brush and blend in circular motion. Just apply first and then you can blend on both the sides. And once you have the shade perfect on the boundary, you can start with blending. Don't press our brush to the brush too much. You just have to go very light. Apply gentle pressure and blend in circular motion. You have to always blend in circular motion to get that perfect gradient effect. Remember to apply very little pressure on the brush. And you can let these both sides merge. And that's all with orange. Are you guys with me so far? Hello? No. Okay. So next you'll need white. And the same thing we did with orange, we'll do for the rest of the area. Apply first. Then clean your brush. Not with water, but you can just wipe the excess white paint on a tissue or something. And then blend with gentle hands. So any harsh line with orange would disappear. You can just dab some on our orange too to make it a little, you can make it a little even. And then once we've blended our white, we'll move to the darkest area, for which we'll be using brown. Take a little amount of brown on your round brush and you can add on the moon. You have to apply it only on one side, either of side. I mean, one area. And then wipe the excess on a tissue and start blending in circular motion. I'll clean my brush. Okay, I'll let you know the colors once. First, I used a yellow plus white, then orange, and after orange, I used brown shade. Okay, I'll let you know the name. This is burnt sienna, brown shade. If you don't have brown, you can use orange with a little bit of dark blue or white, and then you can make your brown shade. Okay. You can switch with a thin brush now for the details. You'll need some white. And you can add a spot wherever you want, okay? Just a tiny white spot. And then with just a little bit of paint on the brush, you drag some thin strokes starting from our point. And then I'll add some here as well.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I've just joined the session. Can you please let me know what you did up till now?
Okay, yeah, sure. So first, for the moon, I used yellow plus white for the base, and then I used orange over here and blended it. And then I used some brown over here and blended it again. And now I'm adding some white details. That's all we've done.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
welcome. And then you can also add some tiny dots. And then just tap with your finger. I'm going to take some yellow again. Just a little bit on my round brush and add it in the center between the brown and orange. Also, you can use the same brush with some yellow and just dab over the white so it gives it a more realistic effect. Once you're done, all you have to do is just put some blue over this area, remaining area. You have to use the darkest shade of blue you have. This one is what I'm going to use, and I'll mix a little bit of black to make it a little more darker. adding a little bit of black. And once you're happy with your color, what you can do is add first in the boundary of the moon, and then you can fill the rest. So you'll have to be a little precise with the boundary, and other than that, you can just go randomly. Adding a really light wash for the boundaries first. And then now I'll mix a comparatively thicker consistency paint of the same shade and fill the rest area. You can use your flat brush if you want. With gouache, you have to take care that you work in thin media layers, and you can extra layers. This is going to be my first layer, and then I'll add another layer on top. Hello, can you be a little louder? Or you can just send a chat, send it in the chat. Whatever your doubt is. Yes, so this is a dark blue shade, and I added a little more blacken it to give it a darker shade. And then I'll use a comparatively thicker consistency amount for our last layer. Okay, so for the last layer, I'll use the same blue shade, but with thicker consistency this time, comparatively, and repeat the process. Working in layers would avoid the clumps and visible strokes from your painting. And that's all. I'll let this dry. I'll use a little bit of white to clean it here. I'll teach you how to make a perfect tree, and then you can add it on the main painting. Okay, before that, we'll add some stars. I'll take a little bit of white. And add some stars. And then you can paint a comet as well. Some shooting stars, and then now you need a thin brush and some black paint. And here's how you can paint a tree. First, all you need to do is create a line, and then with a gentle, with a little bit of black on the tip of the brush, you can add little spots here. And as you go down, you have to increase the area. A lot of people paint tree like this, but I think this one is a little bit more realistic. Okay, I'll show an easy step. All you have to do is add a line like this. Okay. And then you have to add little tiny dots. And then that's how you can finish the entire tree. Easy?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you use pen brush?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
With the fan brush, what you can do is start from the bottom and add. And then for here, you can just do like this. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'll add the tree. I'll make two. You can make one, two, or as many as you like. I'll paint one here. Start with a line. Little amount of paint on the tip of the brush. Start with tiny dots and start moving outwards. Don't press your brush very hard. You have to be gentle. Again, you have to make tiny, tiny dots. Or what you can do is add lines, like I told, and then at the end, you can add tiny dots. I'll add some lines. And now I'll define the shape. As you go down, you can add comparatively bigger dots. And then I'll add tiny birds. Here's how you can paint a bird. You can add a stroke here. Okay. And then add a stroke here. You have to cross it. When we were kid, we used to do this, right? And a stroke and another stroke. That's all. And that's all. It's all done. How many of you are done?
Also done, ma'am, but it's a black लग रहा है सब.
मतलब आपके पेंटिंग में ज्यादा ट्रीज हो गए?
नहीं, मतलब ब्लू एंड ब्लैक एक जैसे लग रहा है कलर.
ओके, हाँ, मतलब मे बी आपने ब्लू थोड़ा ज्यादा डार्क ले लिया होगा. से इसमें ट्री इज विजिबल है ना?
हाँ.
What you can do is take dark green instead of black for the trees and dark green आप कर दो and उसके ऊपर slightly थोड़ा black you can do, so green trees हो जाएंगे and that would be quite more visible. Okay, yeah, you can try that. And that's all.